What's good everyone, I'm Raid, welcome back on my channel. In today's video I want to show you how to make dark melodies and I use it to make an hard beat. I'm gonna show you my process while making the melody and then I'm gonna use my new drum kit to make the drums. I hope you guys are gonna like the final product. If you're going to do so, maybe leave a like down here and a comment too, letting me know which kind of video do you wanna see next. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. And that's everything, so let's start with the beat. So I started this beat by raising the BPM to 166. Then I picked a preset from Analog Lab. I laid down the root note on a few different octaves. So as you can see, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. As you can see, we are working in the D minor scale. So I just chose some other notes in the scale. As you can see, the F and the A. Then I also used the root note again and notes that are next to each other. As you can see, the A and the A sharp 5 are just a semitone apart. So yeah, it's just repeated over. And after the root note here, I just went to the F and the E. So here as well, guys, I used notes that are next to each other to create more tension in your melody. And lastly, I added this note here. So it's the root note of the chord progression repeated over. So I'm gonna let play the final result for you guys. As you probably heard, I have some effects on this sound. The first is just a parametric EQ to cut out the low ends, then a portal with this preset, and then a Valhalla vintage verb with these settings. I use this effects chain to add some kind of sprinkle in the high ends for this sound. The second sound I used in this melody was actually from Mosaic Leads. As I told you guys in the previous video, I really like the sound bank this company makes. This is just the slow low tube def, which is the default preset, and I laid down a really simple melody with this sound, so that's what it sounds like. Here as well, guys, I used some effects. So I actually put just a little altar boy with the pitch knob brought up one octave. And the next element I used in this melody was actually just some violins from the SRX Orchestra plugin. This is the MIDI, and I'm gonna let you hear it right now. So it's basically just layering the root note of the chord progression. On these violins, I just have some parametric EQ to get out the low ends. And the next sound is also from the SRX Orchestra plugin. This time I used a pizzicato and I laid down this melody. So a really simple melody, and it's just following the notes from the chord we played before with the piano. So yeah, it's really repetitive, but that's what we are looking for. And on this sound as well, it's just on the same track as the previous sound. So yeah, just another parametric EQ. So the next element in our melody is actually a low piano, playing the root note of the chord progression. This preset actually has some kind of reverb inside of it, but I chose to keep it because I wanted this sample to sound more ambient and spacey. And the last sound I chose to use was actually a synth bass to give some variation from the low piano throughout the beat. So yeah, this is the MIDI I came up with. I use these notes here to give some kind of more interesting sound to the pattern. It actually sounds like a slide or a glide if you want. And yeah, I really like this pattern. It's going to be the switch up in the second part of the beat. And that was actually everything for the melody. So I'm just gonna let you hear it all together now. So after the melody was done, I actually kept going with the drums. I only used my Opera drum kit in this beat, so if you want to achieve the same sound, you can actually check it out. It's going to be the first link in my description. So I started off with the 808. It's just following the root note, and it's nothing crazy, guys. I just laid down some bounce note here, and then I went for the going down pattern here and here as well, and then it's going to repeat itself for the second part. So that's what it sounds like. It's really simple but effective to me. The sound is the go-to spins from my Opera drum kit. You can find it here, guys. For the next sound, I actually just picked up my favorite kick from the Opera drum kit, which is the Zeus one. This is really punchy, guys, so that's why I like it. And I just copy and pasted the 808 pattern inside of here. And then I got rid of the going down note here. So yeah, that's what it sounds like. I actually put some sidechain between the 808 and the kick, and it gives your drums that punch. So after the kick, I just kept going with the snare. This is the main snare from my kit, and it's actually just the trap bass MIDI, as you can see. I just brought down the velocity a bit. Then I actually added some kind of accent and roll with the second snare, which is the zip one. Here, guys, I just added another note before the usual, and then a roll here, and then another note before the usual one here, and then some rolls over there as well. So I'm gonna let you hear the snare together now. Really simple rolls and accent, but I think it sounds good. So yeah, the next element was actually the key of the bounce for this beat. It's just an hi-hat, but as you can see, it's not the usual Philips 2 steps. I had some fun with it, so I placed down some notes on the lower octave here, some rolls, and then I got rid of some notes here on the basic pattern. So I'm gonna let you hear the pattern right now. As you can see, guys, I use the usual sweet spot. So I placed my roll right before or after the snare. And yeah, I just added another hi-hat, this time really lowering the velocity with the usual Philips 4 steps. And then I brought over and brought the velocity of the second one a bit down. I also clicked Alt plus R to randomize the velocity of the second one. And that's the basic pattern. As you could hear, it's just really subtle because it's going to be the layer of the main hi-hat I just showed you. And that's what it sounds like together. And that's what they sound like together. And then the last two elements was actually two open hats. So the first one is just the normal one. I actually just lowered the velocity a bit, and then it's following the 808 note, just not the last here and here. And the second open hat I used was actually the anti-flash one from my kit. You can find it here, guys. And I just used this starter here that is going to place a note right here, guys. Because this is a reversed open hat, I just copy and paste it over for the first and the second part. And then I lay down another note at the start of the pattern with just a tiny bit of velocity because I actually enabled cut itself here, guys. So this is going to be reversed, but then it's going to actually stop right here. Really subtle, but it gives a lot of bounce to the drum pattern. So that's actually everything for the drums as well. If you liked any of the sound I used, you can actually check out the drum kit. It's going to be the first link in my description. So that's what the drum sounds like. So that's actually everything for the beat. I just added my tag here and a riser here, which you can find plenty of inside of the drum kit as well. With a simple preset too, you can drag and drop into your riser channel track to make it sound just like mine. As I told you, that's actually everything for the beat. So I'm gonna let you hear the final product in a second. But first, I wanna thank you guys for watching and stick with me until the end of the video. If you like the video or the beat, maybe leave a like down here. And a comment too, letting me know which kind of video do you want to see next from me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new, and that's everything. So thank you guys. I'm out. Peace.